Hi. Have you ever got out of body and saw a scary entity that shouted at you or looked like really scary and you jumped up and got back to your body? Or you've tried to get out and now you're finally out and some entity pushes you back into your body? Or you're doing something out of body and someone tries to wipe your memory? If that ever happened to you, please share your experience below in the comments. And I'm just gonna touch these topics because as I've seen more in my experiences and I read your comments and the more I talk with other people who are able to get out of body or at least are trying, I've seen that they are limited or there's these common patterns going on. We're being scared, we're being pushed back, and they're trying to wipe our memories. What the hell is that? So, it's not like I know it all. It's just my opinion and my experience, so I will share it. But if you have yours, please share it, as I want to know more, and it's gonna be better to have more people talking about the subject. But anyway, um, so as I've been working with other people and getting out of body myself a lot, I noticed the same patterns of entities and other beings out there while we are out of body, trying to scare us or stop us from getting out. So their tactics, basically, are simple. If you want to get out, one is having misleading information. As in, if you get out of body, you will never come back. Sure, that can happen, but only if you put your intentions to the work at it using some walk-ins and stuff like that. But it doesn't necessarily mean that once you get out, you will die and never come back. And now you're scared, oh my god, I want to get out because I have my family, or there are things I want to take care of. And all of a sudden, there's something stopping you from getting out. So, spreading misleading information or causing fear to stop others from getting out. One of those fears is usually being afraid of some other entity, ugly looking, scaring you. You wake up, you get out of body, you're just racing from your bed, and you see this ugly looking thing shouting at you, looking like something you've never seen before, but it looks scary. It scares you, it makes you wake up, and you're like, whoa, that was scary. I don't want to do it anymore. That was too much for you. You get that cortisol hit, and you're feeling adrenaline. That was a bit intense. And so after that, you're like, well, if that's what getting out of body is, I don't want to do that. And some people are trying to do that more often, get out, and they're being stopped by these entities, being scared. Our tactics are being pushed back in the body. A lot of people are talking about they get out and try to walk around or do something, and some entity just catches them by the shoulders and pushes them back into their body, and they're limited. They cannot go or they cannot experience the out of body thing because they're constantly being pushed back. And one of the bigger ones is people are getting their memory wiped. And that's another control thing. You might be getting out of body. You might be having lots of experiences. But they are mind wiping you so that you would not remember anything. Because if you learn something good, or if you have some grand experiences, you might get better understanding, you might want to get out more often, you might share experiences and help others to get out or have better understanding here. And so they don't want that happening, so they will stop you by mind wiping you. And that's pretty common. There's this person called Unplug the Matrix. He comments a lot on my channel and Ritual of FTX, probably other places as well. His videos are great, and you can see the common pattern there. The entities are trying to constantly mind wipe him. And there are other people that I know and I've heard of as well. In experiences, a person wakes up. He has a really hard headache. He feels really blah and sick, and I can't do anything. Really feels really bad. And he gets a session. He gets to talk it out, and then we do the past life regression just to recall what happened, what was it that caused the headache, what was it. And so as we work out, this person finally remembers, oh, well, I got out of body, and I was going near Jupiter, and there were these few guards, and they were saying, you're not going any further. And well, who are you to command me? I'm just going to do whatever I want because I'm out of body. And so those guards, they throw some orbs at him, they lock him up so that he couldn't move, they spin him around and send him back to Earth, mind wiping him so that he wouldn't remember anything. He wakes up with a headache, having zero memory, he's just feeling sick in the morning, and what do you do about that? How do you know? What caused the headache? So people who work and do these sessions to help you recall these experiences, good, but you don't always know about it. If you don't use this sort of techniques and stuff to get the memory back, you wake up, you feel really crappy, you don't know where that bad thing came from, and you're feeling really blah, or you have this weird feeling in your body and stuff. Well, it might not necessarily be you. It might not be the bad dream. It might have been that you got out of body, you experienced something, you did something, and some entities and beings don't want you getting out. They don't want you experiencing much more, having a better understanding, having more information, and spreading it at other places, or just you escaping and getting out of body and never coming back. They don't want that happening. So they will mind wipe you. And that's a really common thing. Like, I've had grays in other bases that I've been to while I was in other realms and exploring and stuff, and they don't want me there. Like, they're trying to command me, and I noticed that grays, they're not into using weapons as much as they're just working with their minds, and like, they'll try to change your mind or scare you or like try to mind wipe you and stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting. Like, there's a lot of experiences, and a lot of us are being pushed back and stopped from getting out of body. And it's a serious war. Like, there's a war in heaven called out, and it's like the great reality of fourth dimension. There's like so much more going on, and we're being stuck here in the physical. And even if we try to get out, we're constantly being stopped. So, like, you might be getting out a lot. You just don't remember it because they mind wipe you. Because they don't want you to exploring much more, or remembering like, hey, if I got out once or twice or 3 times, I can do it more often, and I can check out this place and that place, and now you start getting ideas about the things you want to do. Stop, I forgot to change my settings, so shows me off, but anyway. So, I think it's like really important for us to learn techniques or ways how to get better at getting out, and at least being able to confront the fear. Like, some people, Unplug mentioned that in one of his experiences, he wanted to teleport and he feels like drawn to Earth, or like, to his own realm. And a thing about that, I probably didn't mention, but there are realms, like lower density realms, or let's say Earth, where there's this magnetic field and it pulls you back. So you might get out of body and you're experiencing, but you feel like your body is super heavy. And now it feels like you're moving through quicksand, it's like it's drawing you, it's like, okay, so like really hard to get there and do something. Well, it's a thing like keeping you here, keeping you like really close and tight so that you wouldn't get out too much or too far and do things. So again, like, it's really important to learn techniques and ways to at least face your fears and try to like confront these entities or do something more, just like getting out and finally being able to experience much more. So I have a few videos on like offering what to do and stuff. And one of the things, like, Unplug mentioned that he was having a fear that if he teleports, like, he's feeling drawn to Earth and he's feeling harder time to move, and he can't teleport. And if the fear is like, if I teleport, I'll be in space and I will suffocate. This is the physical universe belief, because out there we don't need food, we don't need air, we don't need anything. We're like, we can live and we're immortal. But our physical beliefs are stopping us. So one of those things, like, just removing your limiting beliefs, like, you might be having a fear of heights or fear of meeting some sort of, I don't know, ugly-looking beings. Like, okay, you know about aliens, you sort of want to meet them, but at the same time, subconsciously, like, they're scary. You don't know what you're gonna do, and like, you're sort of avoiding them. And that's a lone thing. Like, that alone will be like, I want to meet them, so I will stay here and I will not get out to encounter anyone. And the fear of suffocation, like, having like starving or something bad will happen, so your limiting beliefs are all stopping you. And in future videos, I will talk more about like how to remove those, like, limiting beliefs and stuff, and just try to cover as much so that you would be able to get out. But yeah, I just thought it was important to cover this topic, like us being able to get out and do much more. And my hair is a mess, I just recently took a shower. But anyway, yeah. So that's the topic. And so if you have any experiences like that, like, you're trying to get out of body, and you get this entity that tries to scare you, or you're being pushed back, or you have memory wipe or something, share this in the comments so that we will see how many people are experiencing something like that. Because there's totally, like, there's definitely things we can do to help you get out, to help you experience more, and just be free and like get information from there. Come here, share if you want to share, or just get out and never come back. So yeah, that's the video for today, and have a good one. Bye.